What is going on, everybody?
Yo.
Welcome back to the Rich and Angel Show. Today, I have a very cool subject, which is if you want to hire a marketing person internally, what you gonna do about it? How you gonna decide? And also, we're gonna be talking about the MOFSI conference. So let's get into it.
Here we go.
It's the Rich and Angel Show.
Woo!
Peace, yo.
Welcome,
up.
welcome.
Peace out. A-Town down.
Welcome to the Rich and Angel Show.
Yes,
Wednesday,
sir.
hump day.
Up day. It's a day.
And,
Not.
and we just had some lunch. We enjoyed a little lunch.
Some chicken Caesar salads.
Chicken Caesar salads. Nothing wrong with that.
Some Chicky C's. Jose Abracas' live show. Yeah.
Sir, Jose, what's going on? Listen, before we start, if you want to be a live guest on the show, again, put your number in the comments and we will give you a call. If you want to be a live guest on the show, put your number in the comments. One of the things we're going to be discussing is the MOFSI conference coming up. We're going to talk about that if you are going to be there or you have anything to input on the MOFSI conference, which is the Manufacturers Association conference out there. Please put your number in the comments. Let us give you a ring.
Very cool, Jose. You just got done working. Very cool. Hopefully you work diligently and exceedingly abundantly.
Yeah, Jose's a new subscriber and a new he's joined us.
Very cool.
And just joined the Fed group.
Awesome. Welcome, Jose.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, thank you for your time and your attention.
Thank you for being here with us and everyone out there in the internet land. Welcome. You got some things you're gonna bring to the table?
Yeah, we had a little comment in the Fed group. I forget who posted it, but it was talking about internal versus external hiring and marketing, and in marketing departments specifically. So I found a little article on that. I wanted to kind of go over it and like just explore it alongside you guys. So let's go to it. So this is the pros and cons of internal versus external marketing. Let me zoom in on that for a little bit. Okay. So pros of external marketing teams. So this is if you want to hire somebody out, if you want to hire an agency or you want to do something like that. You have a full toolbox. You know, when building an in-house team, you often have to start small. As we know very well, you know, you have to be kind of specific to what you want to do and be able to utilize and optimize everything that you have. So you may only be able to hire one or two employees who are skilled in certain aspects of marketing, but limited in others. Amen. Preach. And when you work with an agency, you have access to the full marketing team. Typically includes SEO analysts, PPC specialists, content writers, social media specialists, web developers, and graphic designers. I've dabbled in pretty much all of that except for PPC. PPC is like Facebook ads, pay per click. Yeah. Most marketing agencies also have access to marketing software that would be very expensive if you were going to pay for it on your own subscription. That's for dang sure. They have some crazy stuff. They have analytic programs that can actually show you the demographic of your Instagram followers and all crazy stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Bots pretty much is what they are. Chef Dwayne says, "Hey Rich." Another pro is time saver.
Hey Chef, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Another one is time saver. If you're the person at your company who is currently writing weekly blog posts, or updating your website to improve your search engine rankings, you already know just how much time consuming digital marketing can be, how time consuming. If you or your coworkers are dedicating your valuable time to projects that aren't primary of your primary duties, it may be beneficial to enlist the help of an agency and get your own time back.
Yeah. I mean, we've been putting it out there and we could put it out there now, not to, to flood this thing with ads and commercials for our stuff, but Malachi Digital is looking for two clients. Right. It will give you time back. It will give you some peace of mind to know that you have people here that care, that are going to look to put your brand on the map in the direction you want, and that's really what that is. I mean, everyone. What's one of the main things that people don't do something? Oh, I don't have time. I think it's just not. It's not. We talk with Roger Smeltzer. It's just not. It's not that it's not time. It's not a priority.
It's not a priority, right?
You got to make this a priority
as opposed to your primary duties, right?
Well,
yeah, for sure. a broader perspective. When you're inside a company, it can be difficult to see things from the perspective of your target customers or clients. An external marketing team is well positioned to look at your company with the critical eye and to come up with campaigns that resonate with your right audience. So I want to do a little disclaimer there, a little asterisk there. The right digital marketing company will be able to do that. It's not that any digital marketing agency will be able to do the full scope of research for your industry, because let's face it, this industry is very niche and it's very complex to an outside person, and speaking from personal existence. So when you're looking for a digital marketing agency, it's important that you get one that knows your industry, and that you get one that can, even if they don't know it, they can try to understand it, and you can help them along that process. So that's another piece of time that you would have to invest if you're going to be hiring internally. Lower cost. Yeah, that's true. Basically, the monthly cost of working for a marketing agency starts around $3K, which is kind of the area we're sitting in for basic services, or $10K for premium services.
Which is what we're looking to we're looking for those two clients that are looking for premium. We're going to give you some time. We're going to give you some effort. We're going to give you quality. We're going to be available as well. I mean, we're available. You need us day or night, we'll be there.
Yeah. So Jose brings up a point, which I think is a big part of this industry. So some of the best marketing I've had is word of mouth. Some clients have recommended me to large part of new clients. I've tried Google advertising and it has not been useful. So have you tried Google advertising, or have you tried hiring somebody to do your Google advertising? Because there's a big difference. The learning curve for Google Analytics and Google Ads is a huge curve, especially as everybody goes on Google more and more. It's going to become more complicated. Same thing with Facebook ads. Have you tried Facebook ads, or has somebody who's actually sit there and invested hours upon hours of time tried Facebook ads for your company?
Right. Carlos Gill will say, don't be mad at Facebook because you suck at marketing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's because, you know what? In the essence, it's so simple. Run an ad on Facebook, but there's a lot to it.
Right.
All right. I'm not sitting here saying I have that figured out, because we're working through it.
Yeah. But I'm actively learning and dedicating hours to learn it.
Right. And then with this said, we are in a very big word of mouth business and industry.
Yes.
For years and years. That's why being factory authorized for manufacturers was so big for years and years. Because first you got the parts distribution.
Yeah. So Jose, not to cut you off, Jose says I've done it myself. Maybe that's why it has not worked too well. Well, I'm glad I'm glad you can even take that perspective, because
it could be.
It's very hard for some people to admit that their own failings, really.
Yeah. But what I was saying was the manufacturers, word of mouth, right? We get the manufacturer. So if someone calls in New Jersey for, say, Frymaster, they're going to say, oh, where are you? Oh, call Malachi.
Right.
So we have that. We also have the the reps and the dealers that are out there that know that we're the service center. So they're going to say, call Malachi. And then of course you build your reputation through giving good service. But what if you look to 2020 where we are now? You want to talk about word of mouth. You can create your own buzz of word of mouth if you're putting out consistent content on LinkedIn alone.
Right. Most people, like it says in the article, most people ask their friends. Where do they ask their friends? Not usually at brunch. Usually they're putting up a Facebook post or an Instagram post.
Exactly.
Hey, I need this. And now Facebook, for like a year or two now, probably more, has had a recommendations feature. So as soon as you type in the word recommends, it pops up and it'll populate you with all of the different options to the places that you want.
This is it, man. So the talking about word of mouth is still relevant, but the word of mouth is also changing. Right. Word of mouth is going to start to accumulate online with, like what Angel just said. When you start, people are not calling up, hey, let me call Joe. They ain't calling Joe. They ain't calling Phil. They ain't calling Betty.
Yeah,
they're going to Mr. LinkedIn and Mrs. Facebook.
Yeah, I'm not going to text one of my homies and say, do you know a good dentist?
Right, because you're only going to get one opinion.
Right.
If you go to Facebook and LinkedIn, I'm going to get 20, 30, 40.
And you can sort through them and see who you trust the most. And there you go. So that's a big pro side of external marketing, hiring somebody out. So let's go into some of the cons, because it's important to have a well-balanced perspective. Also, Mike Moreno says he's certified in Google Analytics and Google Ads, but it is difficult. It totally is. It's a whole art form in itself. It's more math, I think, than it is art.
Shout out to Mike Moreno, a speaker at the Fed conference in February, and leading a panel as well.
That's right. So the cons, that's where we were, right? Familiarization requires time. So true. You know, like that was the point that I was bringing up before. You know, the right agency will be able to give you the time to familiarize themselves with your business, with your industry, and then be able to compile a strategy around that. That's not easy, and it's not easy to find people that are be willing to do that as marketers, because as marketers, you, especially a marketing agency that has tons and tons of clients, they're going to have one foot in this industry, one foot in that industry, and it's going to be hard for them to learn the dynamics of an entirely new industry.
That's it. I mean, that's the expertise and the vision and the laser focus that we would have. We know the food equipment industry, we know the service industry, we know what's going on in the marketplace, and we know what it means to humanize the brand and get people connecting. So,
yeah. And I mean, the next one, it flows right into the next one. You know, multiple clients. So, one of the reason marketing agencies can cost less is in-house teams is because they're not working for you full time. Marketing agencies that take you on to take on too many clients may not be able to dedicate as much time and attention to your campaigns as they should. So that's a big thing. You know, that's why we're taking on 2 clients. We don't want to make that mistake. I've made that mistake when I was on my own. I've been parts of other agencies that made that mistake. I even did an internship at Union Square Agency in New York City for like a year, and they took on too many accounts. And guess where they are?
Where?
Non-existent.
Really?
They closed down like a year after I left. And not saying I had anything
Too
to do
much
with that,
too
but
soon.
they took on way too much. They were a 10-person agency, and they were taking on like the account Mountain Dew.
Oh my God.
You know,
That's
and they
huge.
were taking on like these corporate accounts.
I bet you VaynerMedia has that now.
Oh, probably. Probably. Yeah, but you know, it's
yeah, and
sad.
it says so when you're doing that, make sure you are getting a dedicated account team that is willing to communicate with you when you need them.
Absolutely.
And show you the results of their activities. And that's what you're going to get here. You're going to have 2 guys here that know the both sides that we need to know to put you guys on the right track. So again, 2 clients in 2020. Let's talk, reach out to us.
Absolutely. So now let's go to the flip side. So we're part of Maliki Digital. We're starting this from the ground up, but I am the internal marketing team for Maliki Parts and Service. So that's a different perspective because I have to learn the ins and outs of what I can bring to this business as well as what I can bring to the industry as a whole, which is, I think, a unique perspective. So let's talk about some of the pros of having an internal marketing team that you hire, that you pay specifically for your business, and they're yours. They know your company well. It says here, even if an employee isn't familiar with your company when you hire them, they'll get to know it well by working for you directly on a daily basis. You can also look for employees who have previous experience in marketing for your specific industry. So that's kind of what happened here. You know, I've had experience with marketing. All I needed to do was really figure out this industry so that I could figure out what message will play well to this audience.
Yep.
And you know, it's definitely a big pro because you have dedicated people whose sole job it is to make your company look good.
100%.
Yeah. The next one is full-time dedication. So as an in-house marketing team, your company, for your company alone, which means they can dedicate more time to your marketing efforts and won't have any other companies competing for their attention. If you have a large company and are planning to run particularly time-consuming and labor-intensive marketing campaigns, an in-house team may be a better option. So I think we see this with manufacturers. We see this with like larger service companies that are national.
Yep.
Like they're going to be doing way different videos and way different content than somebody that's a startup. Or,
look at Rationale.
Yes.
They have been putting out, if you look at some of their videos, you go to their YouTube, I mean, they have like, it's like high production.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a TV commercial.
Yeah.
They're spending that kind of budget on it.
Yeah. But that's what they're going for.
Right.
They're staying on brand. For us, we're looking to be a more intimate, more you know, a day-to-day kind of like gritty,
right?
You know, vlog style.
There's a good YouTuber who talks a lot about marketing within his kind of self-help talks, and he says, feature what you can't change. And it's a good way for us to think about, like, okay, if you're a small company and you don't have Rationale kind of money, or you don't have, you know, the hundreds of employees that you can utilize for this, feature that. Say, we are small, we are great. It's the Volkswagen ad. Remember the 60s Volkswagen ad? They took out a full page ad for those of you that don't remember it or don't know, but it's like graphic design history, that ad. that ad went down.
Okay.
So it's a full page ad in a newspaper, which means it's 24 by 36, I think it is.
Yep.
And it's blank, and then in the bottom right corner, almost in the corner, it's the picture of the Volkswagen, this big, and then it just says right under it, think small, period. And that's the ad. And it's just like they're featuring what they can't change, because at that time in the 60s, what were Americans driving? Cadillacs, these huge cars. And it was all about size and being modern and all this luxury.
Yeah.
And Volkswagen came over here and was just like, think small.
You got my brain, the wheels turning. I like that. I didn't even know anything about that.
There's a great if you're interested in marketing at all, there's a great documentary called Art and Copy. And
Okay.
it's beautiful.
Is that Netflix or is that just like
no, it's not on Netflix. I wish it was, because I'd watch it all the time. But it was on like TBS at one point, or like,
okay, so you can probably find this somewhere. Look it up.
Yeah, look it up, buy it for sure. Pay $12.99, download it onto your computer. It's definitely on iTunes. But it just talks about that. It talks about the first Apple campaign. It talks about all the pivotal.
I love all that.
Yeah,
there's so much to learn from the beginning.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And man, I watched it in a hospital bed, and this was like right after I graduated school, and that's the video or the documentary that made me want to go into marketing.
Yeah, and in the marketing world, you look back, what's old will become new again.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're saying that thing about the Volkswagen, we got to talk about that. That's cool.
We'll go as soon as we get off air. We'll talk about that. I knew that would spark something in you.
Whoa.
Thanks.
Oh man. I think we might have to take out some ads this year somewhere.
That's where my love for minimalism comes. Like, if you see our videos, it's very minimalistic, but gets across a message. It's because of people like Apple.
Minimalistic, simplistic, clean cut, right to the point. That's right. Listen, that's what I like too.
Yeah. So now that we've patted ourselves on the back a little bit, let's go into some of the cons of internal marketing teams. So, stretched too thin. If your budget only allows you to hire a bare bones internal marketing team, there's only so much that they can get done in a standard work week. Keep in mind that not only will your marketing team have to create campaigns, which may involve writing original content, running PPC ads, creating videos, and more, they also have to manage and track those campaigns. This can be a lot for 2 or 3 person team to handle. So that's totally, completely true. I'm lucky enough that Rich takes a big part in posting the content, creating the content, being helpful in that area. So it's not like I'm doing this on my own.
Yeah.
But if you are planning on hiring one person, there's expectations that you should set ahead of time on what those things are what's going to be success for a marketing director.
Sure.
Higher cost when factoring in salary benefits, vacation days, and other incentives. Even a 2-person in-house team can easily cost over $145K per year. Yeah. And that's not even factoring the cost of marketing software and other tools your team would need to do their job. I feel like you could speak to that as an owner.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's the when you have the internal marketing team, that's the setback. I think the high costs. But see, and again, I'm going to be talking about this at the Fed conference. You got to find your why and your purpose and your strategies here. For this, much different. Mm-hmm. This is not just some internal media guy.
Right.
We're looking to build a partnership to grow something. It's a little different. But if you're just looking to hire somebody to manage all that stuff, I really feel that, especially if you're just starting out, I'm not saying you can never do it, but especially if you're just starting out, what if you have like a $10,000 to $20,000 a year budget? That's Malachi Digital.
Right.
That's it. And it doesn't have to be Malachi Digital. Listen, wherever you are in the country, or if you want to find someone local, that's fine. But I think there's benefit into doing that, and you got to start now. Don't put this to the wayside like it doesn't mean anything. Please. And if you have any questions, reach out to either one of us, please.
Absolutely. We will try to be objective.
Yes.
Higher cost. So we did that. Conclusion. Think about your specific marketing goals and your long-term growth. Ed Stulak's in the house. What's up, man?
Ed Stulak, keynote speaker at the Fed Conference 2020 Miami at the Confidant.
Good to see you. If you are chilling, if you have a spare minute, you can call us and we can put you right on the show live.
If you want to, Ed, if you're watching and you have maybe 10 minutes, you want to jump on the live with us, just throw your, just let me know. We give you a ring, or throw your number in the comments, or we have your number.
Yeah, for sure. Think your specific marketing goals and long-term growth plan when deciding whether to work with a marketing agency or hire in-house employees. You may even decide to work with a combination of internal and external teams. So I love that option. I think that's such a great option. Being able to split like, okay, these tasks are for external, these tasks are for internal, depending on the severity and how close to home it is, how much creative control you need over it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's such a great solution. Larger companies often outsource agencies. Oh, he says, give him a ring. We're going to get Ed Stulak on the line, ladies and gents.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
this is
have
big.
we have a celebrity.
Yeah.
that we might be calling here at this time of day. I don't think I have Ed's number in my phone.
I do. Give me a second. I'll tell it to you.
I don't.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I gotta connect Bluetooth, right?
Yeah.
Let's Bluetooth it. All right, stand by, ladies and gentlemen. This is we're going live. We are live. There are no do-overs, so we're making a phone call here, and you too could be live on the show.
As soon as I find it. Oh, here we go.
All right, I'm connected for audio.
Good night. Sorry, give you 2 seconds. Just wanted to make sure. I don't even know if you guys heard that, but I didn't want Ed Stulak's number on the internet.
Hello.
Ed, how you doing, bro?
I am doing great. How you guys doing?
Very good, very
Doing
good.
good.
Honored to have you on the call.
Oh, I'm very honored to be on it as well. You guys are looking fresh, nice and cozy. I love it.
We're trying. We got the nice little setup here. We got our Fed conference logos and sponsors in the back, and we're just kind of talking some marketing to help the food equipment industry understand some things.
Yeah, I got
Amazing.
my Joe Rogan fanboy hoodie on, and life is good. But so what we're talking about, and I'd love to have you weigh in on this a little bit, is if you're a business owner, either a huge business or maybe a 30-person business, we're talking about the pros and cons of internal marketing versus external marketing. Internal in the sense that you would hire a team to come in and work for you specifically, as opposed to hiring an agency. What are your thoughts?
Okay. Well, I definitely like the fact to always keep things in-house. It's nice to do it that way. However, it doesn't always pan out correctly or neatly, and then at the same time, you want to make sure that your team understands your vision, and that's where I would throw in the con for that. Right? Is if someone is being hired out and you're getting a external marketing agency or a team to come in and kind of do the job, they don't really understand your vision as much as you do. Exactly. So now I'm thinking, okay, it's cool to outsource, but there's pros and cons to everything. But that's what I would weigh on when it comes to the con, is that no one understands your vision as much as you do. So it's a little tough to get someone else to come in and really do the job.
So if somebody is like, let's say, they're running a 50 to 100 person business, they don't necessarily have the time to create content themselves. What kind of advice would you give somebody like that? Let's say they're CEO or vice president of a business.
Cool. I like that. What I would recommend is either option A, hire an expert that understands marketing when it comes to this, and hire them to be in-house. Don't hire just a random agency. Hire them to come actually work for your company, your team, your agency, or whatever it might be. Or option B, get college kids to come in and really start learning. Like, get some sort of interns in your house under the roof, and just start teaching them what's up. Teach them your goals. Teach them the mission. Teach them everything that your business is about and your company is about. And eventually, they're going to start understanding your vision. So now you have someone that's coming in that is newly fresh off college, just out of college, really trying to hit the ground running in the real world of adulthood.
Right.
And someone that is actually passionate about helping out when it comes to that aspect of marketing, branding, whatever it might be. So I'm thinking, you have those two options, which I would totally run with. Option A, hire someone to actually come in and work for your agency, work for your company, not just outsource it. Or option B, get some new young blood into the doors to help them push forward with their stepping stones.
Yeah. I also wanted to get your
100%.
take on this. That's such great advice. So one of the big things that we're trying to do with Maliki Digital and the Fed conference is kind of assist in the diminishing skilled trades gap. Right. So what's happening is all the guys who 50 years ago, girls, that
Hey,
would've-
boomer.
right, that would have went into skilled trades are now going into digital like us, or they're doing something different with their time, not necessarily college types, you know.
Yep.
Right.
One of the things that points that I like to make is that by creating internal marketing departments, not only are you providing more jobs for people within our age group, but you're also raising up the awareness of the industry overall, which can lead to more jobs like skilled trades jobs and technicians and things like that. What's your take on kind of the skilled trades gap and hard work, or working with your hands versus doing marketing and stuff?
I think you need both in order for survival to be a thing. It's inevitable. You have to do both, unfortunately.
Right.
So you choose one or the other, and whatever you're good at, you focus on that. Whatever you suck at, you delegate to someone else that's good at that.
For sure.
So that's kind of my real quick summarized perspective on that. To be honest with you, I'm more of a creative. I'm more of a hands-on kind of guy when it comes to these things. However, if I'm not good at something, of course I'll delegate it to someone that is good at that. So
Right.
simply put.
I love that.
Yeah. Sure.
So since we have you here, man, would you want to share a little bit about what you do, how you got into it, and where you are right now, kind of, if there's anything you want to promote, if there's anything you want to plug?
Totally. So yeah, my name is Stulak. I'm in the central New Jersey area. I'm a real estate agent. However, I definitely look up to you guys for evolving and really just bringing a new taste to the food industry. Haha. And I love everything that you guys are doing for sure. And it doesn't matter if you're not a realtor, you're not if you're an artist, you could be a musician, you could be a painter, a plumber. Really, it doesn't matter what you are, a doctor, lawyers, everything that you guys talk about, everything that I work in, social media, branding, marketing, these are all essential tools to help one's business grow.
Yeah.
So that's what I really established myself with that understanding is that, yeah, real estate, I'm a real estate agent. That's great. However, social media, branding, marketing, all these things, they apply the same to any sort of industry. So the things that I learned, when it comes to really bringing out your brand online, pushing your presence like never before, has such a stronger presence rather than just constantly shoving your services down someone's throat, providing value in the right way, providing content, quality content, putting it out there the right way, in the unique ways that makes people say, wow, that's different. I like that. Or, wow, that's very obnoxious. Why would someone do that? Whatever it might be, you know? So, but yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys. Thanks for getting me on the phone. I appreciate that too. Any sort of value I can give, I'm here.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And you're speaking the truth. I mean, no matter what business we're in, we're all in the people business at the end of the day. I always talk about people's the currency, right? I mean, and the gentleman earlier made a comment about word of mouth. I mean, we're all in the word of mouth business. If you're in business, you're in the word of mouth business. You have a reputation, and being on here and doing this and putting value out, like you said, putting out valuable content, whether it inspires someone to say, "Oh, this guy's a little obnoxious," they're still gonna hit that subscribe, just like Howard Stern, right? Over the years, I mean, one of the big things you used to hear on K-Rock years ago was the number one reason Howard Stern fans listen is because they want to see what he's going to say next. And then it says the number one reason Howard Stern haters listen is because they want to see what he's going to say next. So
amazing.
There's value in putting out content that sparks people's minds and inspires people. And Ed hit it on the nose. Doesn't matter what you are, realtor, plumber. This all applies.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's drop a bomb for Ed Stulak.
Dropping a bomb for Ed.
Totally. And I'll leave you off, guys, with one more thing if I can add.
Of
Ready?
course.
I'm ready.
So right now, the biggest topic of discussion has been TikTok. What are your guys' perspective and thoughts on that?
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I joined TikTok. I'm putting out videos, probably not as religiously as other platforms. It's been about a week since I probably posted, but I'm for my industry and for what I'm doing in my little niche. I don't know. I know it's organic right now. Like they always say, it's 2011 Instagram, and I can build a real good audience. So I'm trying to figure out what I should be doing on there right now. I'm honestly not 100% sure.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I think like Gary always says, it's the long-term play really when it comes to TikTok, because you're trying to reach people that are going to be in the generation under us when they get into the workforce, especially for this industry. You really can't work here unless you're a certain age, because if you're a technician, you need to be driving, you need to have your CDL, right? You need to do all these things. So reaching that audience is important for the future, not necessarily important for now, but like any other platform, we have to kind of build up that audience organically. So it's always good to just start now, but I just kind of have to dedicate myself. Like Rich said, find what I want to do on that platform.
Yeah, I'm a little confused as to what I should really be doing there. I have ideas in my head. I probably got to talk to Angel about them. But what about you, Ed? Are you over there posting religiously, or?
I'll tell you this, it makes me feel super old.
Yeah.
I love it. I understand where you guys are coming from, and that's pretty much the biggest rebuttal when it comes out of any discussion. When I mention, hey, are you on TikTok? Everyone kind of just paused and like, oh, well, I know. I don't know if I should. I don't know how. It's a normal thing, and that's totally fine. It's a brand new platform. To answer your question, yes, I am posting religiously on there, and I will definitely be talking about TikTok when we go down to Miami. I'll be bringing it up on stage.
Good.
Because honestly, I mean, if I ask someone, would you rather pay, let's say, $15,000 for 100,000 viewers, or would you pay $0 for 100,000 viewers? Most of the time, people are going to say, oh, well, I want it for free. Mm-hmm. Well, if you want it for free, go on TikTok. And that is, like you said, TikTok is what Instagram used to be in 2011. Instagram is, slowly, I don't want to say it's fading. It's just becoming more strict. The algorithms are all over the place. It's not as organic. Right. It's not as organic as it used to be. TikTok right now is so fresh that literally it doesn't know what the audience wants to see. So they are going to post the most randomest things that they possibly can just strap up. But how are they supposed to pull your content when you're not posting on there? You will post one video. You can post, go into a kitchen and just talk about one little thing. Give a valuable lesson of the day for some food advocate, maybe someone that's trying to jump into the industry themselves, but they don't know. And just give a valuable tip and do it daily if you can. And I promise you, 99.9%, you are going to eventually begin to gather a niche for yourself on there that is going to funnel into Instagram, into your email database, into your website, wherever you want to go. So, for you guys, for everyone listening, right now, TikTok is free audience. Okay.
You see, guys, this is why we wanted Ed Stulak.
You just inspired me, I think, to do more with it. We're gonna have to have a meeting on TikTok.
Yeah. Let's do it.
The TikTok tradies, right?
I love it.
Ed, thanks so much for stopping by, man.
Yeah, Ed, thank you so much for taking some time. Appreciate it.
Totally. Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
See ya.
Let's drop a bomb for Ed Stulak.
Drop a bomb on him, Flex.
That's so cool.
That was awesome.
Man. Yeah.
Thank you, Ed.
This is why we wanted him at the conference.
Yeah. Listen, this is a young guy. Yeah. Is he 25? Maybe. 24, 25-year-old guy who's just laser focused on building his brand and his business. And he's you can go check out Ed Stulak. I think it might be edstulak.com as well. You can go check him there. If you're in Jersey and you're looking to do some real estate, that's the man to talk to. Honest, good work and hardworking guy. He will be at the Fed conference. You don't want to miss this. God, you don't want to miss this. We're putting together some real interesting things for the first inaugural conference. I can't even imagine what's going to be the buzz at the end of it as we begin to, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but plan the second. But it's all coming. Where will that be? Nobody knows.
I thought we were going to say NYC.
Oh, well, the Women's Fed Empowerment, we would love to do that in NYC.
Oh, you're talking about yeah. I'm sorry, I spoke out of line.
But who knows? Maybe we'll be down in Nashville or something.
Oh, that'd be so cool. We got to have some country music.
Yes, sir.
Country music.
Little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night. Don't get my karaoke skills going.
Right, you're a karaoke king. Karaoke rich.
So that was an awesome segment right there.
Yeah. I see you got something over
I just
there
have a few things to run down. I'm not going to get too in depth. We have to go do some more Fed planning.
That's right. Okay.
The day is escaping us here. It's already the left or two.
So let's do fire rounds.
So I'm going to fire some stuff off. The main thing I wanted to talk about was the MOPSI conference.
Yes.
Which I'm going to make an announcement in a second. But how to be this is from Total Food. So shout out to Mike Cinto. And Fred Clashman at Total Food. Go check out totalfood.com. How to be the #1 restaurant on your customers' minds. So restaurants, we're in the food business one way or the other. We're on the side of keeping people cooking. So do you ever feel like you're being followed around online by items you want to buy? Right.
Yes.
Right. We say something out loud right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, George Foreman grill. I don't know.
George Foreman grill, or how about some Yeezys?
Now I haven't seen anything about the George Foreman grill come up my feed. Let's see if it happens.
All right, George Foreman grill. You're gonna see George Foreman
Facebook
highlights. on
Mark
YouTube.
Zuckerberg's listening to us right now, or even just thinking of buying, or even just thinking.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked up a product, be it a sweater, dog bed, or barbecue, only to then see it everywhere in your digital life, in your Instagram feed, Facebook, somehow in your email, along with every banner and sidebar on your desktop? It's like a nightmare.
I'll tell you how it happens, and I'm still freaked out by it. You know, it happens through something called Facebook Pixel. And there's a certain little number that you put into your Google Analytics that corresponds to your website or your Amazon page.
It's tracking behaviors.
And it's tracking all of everybody's behaviors. And if somebody looks for your product, then your product sponsored ad will come up in their feeds.
Yeah.
And that's still creepy, and I know how to do it.
Yeah. And so here's the good news. Although it may seem like it, these companies are not stalking you, nor are they reading your mind. What they are doing is approaching their marketing with an omnipresence strategy. Omnipresence is a two-part strategy. You need to be, one, everywhere at once, and two, sending out the same cohesive message across all your channels. Simply put, you want all of your customers to have the same feel and experience whenever they interact with your brand, whether that be in store, online, or through a third-party delivery service. Yep. This rings true for everybody, not just restaurants. But I brought this up because this is what we're talking about. This is what we're doing. And it's just interesting because everyone wants to stay on brand.
Right.
You know, we're putting stuff out. We want it to be cohesive. And when you come to this different sites and different things, you're going to see the logos, you're going to see the colors, you're going to see everything we're doing. I guess we'll jump into the announcement.
Okay. Let's do it.
The big announcement, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, let me get the bomb ready.
Funk Master Flex is going to drop a bomb right now. Ladies and gentlemen, next week, Angel and I will be in San Diego at the MOPSI 2020 conference.
I thought it was going to go right away and boom, 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 but it didn't do that. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time.
Yes.
Angel and I, next week, will be at the MOPSI 2020 conference in San Diego.
Yeah, that was better. Are you excited?
That's it.
That's a big announcement.
I am excited because, in turn, you know, of course, Allison, the executive director, and the president over there, Kevin Eaton, they'll be in house at the Fed conference.
I love that. So
is that amazing?
That's
we have
amazing.
we have FCSI coming down. We have MOPSI coming down. I'm still waiting to hear back from some of the other channel partners. Kobe, but that's what this is really going to be about. We really want to get channel partners in the room. We got reps, we got manufacturers, we got dealers, we got people. We're gonna this is gonna be we're scratching the surface, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the MOPSI conference.
Yes.
And what I'm saying to myself, what are we gonna see when we get there? I think she mentioned 60 speakers.
Yeah, they have a lot going on.
And I printed this out because I wanted to talk about this. Unfortunately, my printer didn't print too well.
I saw that the day before we get there, they're doing like a beer thing.
Oh, really? Oh, Tuesday, the day.
Yeah, and I was bummed. I was like, man, I love me some beer.
Oh, thank God, because I can't drink beer right now.
You're on no drink 2020.
No drinking.
Yeah.
No drink. Well, I mean, not 2020, but
okay. I took it too far there. No drink January.
Don't get crazy. So David Groff of Webster Store. You know what Webster Store is? I think I've mentioned. You know,
yeah, for sure.
You know that. Yeah. So he's going to be talking about internet relationships, and this is something that we talk about with the internet's changed the game.
Oh, wow.
So he's going to be there talking, and it says, let's be honest, my printer was kind of screwy. Let's be honest, our industry has had a complicated relationship with e-commerce. Yes, we have. With an increasing number of customers preferring the internet channel today, we need to work together to clear some of the obstacles that have been problems in the past. Dave is going to discuss the ways which Webster Store is enhancing relationships with its customers, manufacturers, and reps to make sure that everyone can win in this transition. Along the way, he will share some proprietary data and insights that reveal interesting trends in an online customer buying habits and preferences. This is something that's been big in the industry.
Absolutely.
Online purchases for equipment. I understand it. I get it. I think there's pros and cons to that too. Yes. I've seen nightmares. I'm in the service business. We're here in New Jersey, a very, very busy, flooded market, saturated market space with restaurants and corporate dining and healthcare. I mean, we have a lot of, we're the diner capital of the world. I mean, there's a lot of food businesses here. and growing. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of nightmares on online purchases. You know, I think online purchasing is great for some things, but if you're going online and you're purchasing, you know, cuisine series kind of range and griddle and different things, and you're not paying attention to the dimensions, number one. Maybe you're not paying attention to the BTUs, you know, the output that you're looking for this thing to do.
Right.
Combi ovens, you know, are you buying too big, too small? There's just a lot of things that you should be discussing with your local reps,
Right.
or service companies, at least, to even understand some of the stuff. Because what about, we've gone to job sites and people have bought stuff, we uncrate it, it doesn't get to the door, we can't get it through the door, they're screwed.
Yeah. Right.
Unless they listen, they have to call one of their construction maintenance people, and they have to start breaking doorways open.
Right.
We're not doing that. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that'll be interesting. Another one is winning at retail. The role of food service is about to radically change. So Tom Blishock, chairman of Dialogic Group, is going to be talking about that. The grocery and restaurant industries are without question both in a highly intensified battle for the consumer. Absolutely. And that battle is going to increase significantly between now and 2025. The grocery industry is in the throes of a cataclysmic restructuring by rapidly increasing digital competition. Digital competition. This man is talking about what we are talking about.
Absolutely.
Digital competition. Everything that starts with your business in the future is going to start right here. The conversations are all going to start here.
I love it.
If you're not here, people could say whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a single piece of valuable content up. You're not talking about anything. You're not answering people. You're not doing anything. You don't exist.
Getting the hang of it.
Yeah. So interesting there. And the last one I printed out was The Truth About Social Selling by Jeff Molander of Communications Edge. Is social selling on LinkedIn causing measurable increase in sales? Are sales engagement and email automation platforms creating more meetings for sellers? Yes, but only for the top 3% of reps who apply an unconventional communication method. For everyone else, digital is a time suck. Unfortunately, this printer didn't really do this, but he was talking about 3 steps. Don't miss a chance to discover and start practicing an unusual but effective way to start conversations with clients and sparking their curiosity. Easy to remember email, LinkedIn, and voicemail techniques to provoke response. A practical, repeatable way to earn digital conversations with decision makers from the cold.
So
Off the rim.
Can I see?
Yeah, see, it's a little tough to read because the printer. But these are the things that we're talking about. Mopsy's bringing some of this stuff to the table in their speakers. I'm interested to see what they have to say. I'm probably going to take something back, learn something, and maybe incorporate some things right in the Fed conference in the next couple of weeks. I'll probably bring some new things to the table there just from hearing these people speak.
Yeah, I think it's also going to be something. I'll listen to it first before I comment on it. I'd rather just do that.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Listen, we're gonna be at Mopsy. It's at the Omni La Costa Hotel. The rooms were sold out. We're last minute here. We just did yesterday, so we'll be at the Marriott, about 2 miles down the road. No big deal. But we'll be at the Omni La Costa. And if you're gonna be at Mopsy, please reach out to me and let me know you're gonna be there. We've never been. We're not that of the rep world. I'll say we obviously work with the manufacturers, but this is gonna be a new lay of the land for us. So
yeah,
we'll have to have someone show us around, show us the ropes, what's going on at this thing, and we're gonna be filming. So
right.
If you want, you have an opportunity to get on film with us, and you want to talk about your business, the state of the industry as you see it, and some different things. You want to talk about your opinions on the way the forecast of what's happening. I think it'd be a great opportunity for you to do that and get in front of 10,000 plus subscribers, followers, and everyone that we have on all of our channels and growing.
Absolutely.
And we'd love to talk to you about the Fed conference. You don't have to come to the conference, but we just love to have you in the group, because your expertise and your knowledge and everything being in that group is what's going to be very helpful throughout the year, because conferences end.
Exactly.
But the group is alive all day, 24/7.
Constantly engaging.
24/7. Our group is 24/7.
That's right.
Conference is going to end.
Absolutely.
And we want to have some executable things to be able to talk about. And yeah, so we will see you next week. San Diego, never been.
Me neither.
Unfortunately, we're going to be in and out. I don't think we're going to see much. But
I mean, I hear there's a cool hip hop dance scene in San Diego.
All right, so I won't be there, but
that's where the Jabberwockies are from, I think.
The Jabberwockies. Oh, okay.
So I know there's deep culture there. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But thank you guys for stopping by. we had a lot of fun. Thank you, Ed, for calling in.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
No, thank you to you for your attention.
Yes.
For this long.
Thank you for joining us here. We got some people watching across these platforms. And last but not least, I'll just say, go to thefedgroup.com.
Yes.
The conference in Miami. I can't stop talking about it. It's a groundbreaking thing. It's a digital marketing conference focused towards the food equipment service industry. We're going to be talking about the things that you need to do in your business as a strategy for the success of the future. You want to scale, you want to grow, you want to build.
We'll teach you how.
The conversations are all starting right here.
Yes.
They're all starting right here. Branding there's power in branding. So,
and I just want to stress how much wisdom is going to be in that room in Miami. You know, between Ed Stulak that you heard from, Carlos Gill, Jen Davis, you know, Eric Koenig, like there's so many people there that are going to be giving great long keynotes about exactly what we need in order to grow as far as our marketing efforts go and how the world is changing.
Yeah.
Super great insights, super unique perspectives. So I'm just looking forward to hearing the feedback to see whether or not they really got value from these speeches, because I can't wait to receive all that value.
Yeah, and keep in mind, we want to put something together here through the Fed Group that though these, like I said, conferences end, we all go back to our lives. We all go back to running our businesses, okay? It can't end in that room.
Right.
That's the whole point. And I think the fedgroup.com is going to be a place where you can go 24/7, and we're going to be bringing video content there. We're going to be bringing different things to the table there as time progresses. It's going to be a really valuable website, dare I say, even app one day soon. That is going could be where you're really going to be able to find things to help you execute. Execute is the game. We need actionable, executable items that we all walk away with and hold each other accountable to. That's what we want. We want this group to be really close, tight knit, open door policy, and we and Angel will be available. We're looking to build something here.
That's right. And that being the case, let us let you go so that we can go and finish planning.
Yeah, we have to go finish planning. The Fed conference is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you on Friday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern, or as close to it as possible. Richard Angel Show. Peace.
It's the Rich and Angel Show.